Let me try to find something good. Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, everybody loves this song. Okay, some nice sticker brush symphony. Everybody loves sticker brush symphony. I almost did the aquatic music from Donkey Kong Country 1, but like this is, I think, universally considered the best track. So now it's time for Inheritance's requested Donkey Kong tier list. We're gonna tier all of the Kongs from Donkey Kong. I didn't mess with the order. I'm just gonna do them in the order they appear in this. So let's start with Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong debuted in Donkey Kong Country 2 as Diddy Kong's girlfriend, and she went on to appear in Donkey Kong Country 3 as the protagonist. That was Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. And I think she only had one other appearance. I think she appeared, I'm not certain, but I think she appeared in Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, the racing game. But she was aged up, I think. I'm not certain. I haven't played that one. But Dixie Kong, where do I place Dixie Kong? So in game, she has her ponytail twirl, which is super OP and makes, honestly, Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 so much more fun for me. She has a lot more mobility, so mechanically she's really fun to use. Personality, a lot of the Kongs are going to be light, because a lot of the games are, but her personality, you do get a little of it, especially in Donkey Kong Country 2. If you clear the stage with her, you get her playing electric guitar. It's really good. I think she's a fun character. I would put Dixie Kong as an A tier Kong. I wish she'd come back for more. She's one of my favorites, to be honest. What is this thing? This is a rabbit. Is this Rabid Cranky Rabbid Kong? Rabid Cranky Kong? It's from Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle DLC. I hate the rabbit ones. And here's Rabid Kong. Also from that. They're just rabbits. They're just rabbits that are like them. Rabid Kong at least a little more fun than the cranky one. The frick is this? Is this Donkey Kong? Is this Donkey Kong Jr.? I wish they said names. I don't know what this is. I don't like it. I'm putting in DK here. Why is it T-posing? It's Baby DK? Oh, is that the one from Yoshi's Island DS? Is that Baby DK from Yoshi's Island DS? Fine. We're putting in C tier. Why are you T-posing? I think Yoshi's Island DS is underrated. It's a fine Yoshi's Island game. It's not Yoshi's New Island. And he's fun. He lets you climb vines, I think. Dominance. Okay. Now we have the ones from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, which are super generic, and I don't like them much. And I actually think I even like the dumb rabbit ones more. Wait, no, this one isn't from that. This is from... I need to look at these better. These are hard to see when they're small. This is from Donkey Kong Country 3, I think. The ones that throw nuts at you, aren't they? Let's see. Donkey Kong Country 3. Are they nuts that they throw? Yeah, these are Minkies. Minkies aren't... Are they Kongs? Okay. The wiki says that they are Kongs. I guess they are Kongs. They're just called Minkies, but I guess they're Kongs. God. They're fine, I guess. They're very annoying. No, they're very annoying. Their sound effect when they're throwing their nuts or whatever. Going there. Are they nuts? It says it first says in the wiki. Acorns. Yeah. They're very annoying. Okay, this guy is from Jungle Beat. I don't like him. This guy's from Jungle Beat. I don't like him even more. I don't like his hands. Okay, this one. This one's from the Donkey Kong TV show. Kongs. I need to find what this one is. I don't know this one's name. I'm sure I can find it. Is this from the TV show? Yeah, this is definitely a TV show. It looks awful. Let's see. Well, Baby Kong is. Let me look. Baby Kong isn't Baby DK. Oh, I don't think that's Baby Kong, though. That is Baby DK. Baby Kong looks different. Baby Kong is from the TV show. Is it Bluster Kong? This is Bluster Kong. Okay, I only saw a couple episodes of the TV show, and I was a kid. I remember, like, being kind of uncomfortable with the design of everything. I don't know anything about Bluster Kong, but I hate him. I hate how he looks. I put him right in the middle. I think he's more bearable than the Jungle Beat ones, but worse than the Rabbids. Why is this the picture of Candy Kong? You can't even see her head. It cuts off. You just see her boobs. This is on character for Candy Kong. Candy Kong was originally in Donkey Kong Country 1. You went to her shop or whatever to save. She was DK's girlfriend. A very sexualized monkey, unfortunately. Then I don't think she appeared again until DK64, where she would sell you her instruments and even sometimes throw in melons. And Rare was 100% making innuendos. She also helps at the end of the game, shooting a giant boot into K. Rool. No, she doesn't shoot. She distracts K. Rool, who, I guess despite his hatred for Kongs, can't help but be into the monkey boobs. I don't... I don't know, like, this feels like a lose-lose situation, okay? I'm obviously perpetually uncomfortable by this big kitty monkey. They shove it everywhere, and yeah. But at the same time, she's classic DK. Like, she's Donkey Kong Country 1. I'm gonna stick her in B tier and not think about her. She's there in B tier. Let her do what she wants. I don't want to think about her anymore. These are Kongs? Are these officially? These are Super Mario RPG. These are enemies in Super Mario RPG. Yeah, these are gorillas. Gorillas. It felt like Guerrilla Tactics. Chain Kongs were the more advanced versions of the game. In Japan, they're called Barrel Kongs. So I guess, yeah, they are... I mean, the wiki does not say they're Kongs. The wiki says they are gorillas. Like, it specifies species gorilla, rather than the other ones being species Kong. But then it says they're Kongs that resemble gorillas. I don't think it's like... There's not a canon answer on whether the gorillas are Kongs or just gorillas as in animals. But I liked having a cameo Super RPG. But I barely want to acknowledge you're a Kong. You go there. No, in fact... Oops, wait, I made a mistake. I didn't think about this, and... Are they even Kongs? You go there. The wikis give me answers that are not clear. You know what? You guys go there too. You're rabbits. Are these big boss ones from Jungle Beat? Are they... Is there... Dread Kong, Karate Kong, Ninja Kong, Sumo Kong. I think they're Kongs. God, I didn't think this was going to be how I was going to be doing this and having to argue whether they're Kongs. I'm going to need to zoom out a little so people can see things. Cranky Kong. So Cranky Kong technically debuted in the original arcade game Donkey Kong under the name Donkey Kong. And therefore was in Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong 3, all the arcade games. Donkey Kong Country, which starred Donkey Kong, is where Cranky Kong appears by name Cranky Kong, and he in-game confirms that he was Donkey Kong in the original arcade games. This is lore that I've seen occasionally disputed because it's sometimes unclear if this was retconned, but I believe the current Nintendo canon is that Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong. Cranky Kong is stereotypical old man back in my day, yells at clouds. You guys have it all easy nowadays. When I was a kid, we had to do all these same adventures, uphill both ways in the snow, upside down. He's us. He's fun. And when he finally became a playable character in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, he played like Scrooge McDuck, bouncing on his cane, making him all the better. He's a little jerk that can't help but love. I don't know. It's hard to hear myself think. Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong. He's back again, and he's about time too. And this time, he's in the mood. He can fly real high with the jetpack on, his pistols out. He's one cool Kong. He'll make you smile when he plays your tune. Problems beware, because he's after you. Diddy Kong probably has the most characterization of any Kong, with Cranky Kong probably coming in second. Diddy Kong first appeared in Donkey Kong Country as Diddy's cousin? Question mark? me check. Nephew. He is Donkey Kong's nephew. Don't question it that they're different types of apes. And as I mentioned, Dixie Kong's boyfriend. So he appeared first in Donkey Kong Country, being a more agile character than DK, but being lighter weight, so he couldn't jump on some of the heavier enemies. He then starred in the sequel, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. It's Conquest. Diddy's Conquest. Where he was kind of overshadowed by Dixie, as now Dixie was way more useful. And then was captured and held prisoner in Donkey Kong Country 3 when Dixie had to save him. He then is also playable in Donkey Kong 64, where he is captured by K. Rool again and is the first Kong you rescue as Donkey Kong. And he has appeared in pretty much anything that Donkey Kong has appeared in, almost. He also had his other own spin-off racing game, Diddy Kong Racing, which technically was supposed to star Timber, but Diddy took over, even though Timber's the main character. Diddy Kong got the name. He also... Yeah, he's appeared he appears in a lot of the Mario spin-offs now, too. He's the only other Kong other than DK to appear in Smash Brothers. He's in everything. He started getting a lot of characterization with the second Donkey Kong Country game, where if you beat the stage with him, he would rap with a boombox in kind of chimps oops and eats. And then he in Donkey Kong 64, he got his stereotypical jetpacks, rocket barrel jetpacks that he could fly around, his pop gun peanut pistols where he could shoot peanuts, and his electric guitar. And the only other Kong really has reappeared is Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong hasn't really kept any of the abilities from DK64, but Diddy has consistently kept the jetpacks, the peanut pistols, or peanut pop guns, and sometimes even the guitar. Diddy's always treated as the cool one and the fun one, and yeah, Diddy deserves S tier. Diddy, I think, beats out Cranky for S tier. Diddy has really earned his place. Chunky Kong. Finally, he's here for you. He's the last member of the DK crew. Is Kong so strong? He isn't funny. Can make a Kremlin cry out for his mummy. Can pick up a boulder with relative ease. Makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze. He may move slow. He can't jump high. But this Kong's one hell of a guy. Chunky got the word hell into a Donkey Kong game, into a first-party Nintendo game, which was removed for the Smash Brothers version. This is the DK rap. He, as the name implies, is the final Kong you rescued in DK64. And he hasn't really appeared in anything since DK64, I don't think. DK64 gave a lot of characterizations to the Kongs, and for only having one appearance, he does have a ton of characterization. He's the strong one. He's also the scaredy cat. Whenever there's a threat, he shakes in fear or tries to hide. When you're choosing your character in the DK tag barrel game, when he's not selected, he'll be shouting, "Hey, pick me!" But when you highlight him, he's like, tiny. Very fun character. Most of his strengths lie in literally his strength. Though he also can weirdly go invisible for reasons. We're having a lot of hard hitters right off the bat. Chunky goes in S. I can't keep putting them all in S tier. Chunky goes in A tier. Above Dixie. Chunky is really fun. I wish they bring him back. Now, this is actually Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. first appeared in the arcade game Donkey Kong Jr. And he was Donkey Kong's son, which is actually Cranky Kong's son, and therefore is the modern Donkey Kong's dad. He did appear in Super Mario Kart as a playable character, I believe. Right? I'm not saying misinformation on the internet, right? I want to make sure I'm not just saying misinformation on the internet. Yeah, Super Mario Kart. Donkey Kong was not in Super Mario Kart. Donkey Kong Jr. was. And then Donkey Kong Jr. got replaced by him and played all the other Mario Karts, except for in Mario Kart Tours, Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game, Donkey Kong Jr. finally reappeared. I'm not sure Donkey Kong Jr. has been in anything else other than that, other than the Donkey Kong arcade game, Super Mario Kart, and Mario Kart Tour. If he has, it's probably only been cameos. We've never seen him as an adult, because he, again, was technically DK's dad. He's fine. He's kind of bland. No. I feel like I'd get hate for putting him in D tier. He's C tier. He's right below baby DK. Okay, next is another one of the ones from, I don't care about the order, from Jungle Beat. Okay, now what is this one? Manky Kongs. We're back into our Manky Kongs because they only appeared in Donkey Kong Country as enemies that would throw barrels at you. And the official lore is that they were Kong-rejected orangutans. So some of the lore says they're Kongs, but some of the lore says they were exiled from the Kong family. So then we get into the very awkward discussion that I can't answer, and whether Kongs are a species or a family. Because the Kongs do not seem to be consistent species, given, for example, Diddy is a chimp, while DK is a gorilla. And, I mean, the wiki wants to say that those are their subspecies, and therefore makes Kong more equivalent to, like, I guess an ape. But they still have a Kong family. So I hate these weird cases. I don't think there's enough confirmation on whether Manky Kongs count as Kongs. If Kongs are a species, Manky Kongs are Kongs. If Kongs are like a family, like it's their last name, given they were rejected from the Kong family, they are no longer Kongs. I don't really like them though, they're very annoying with the barrels. Okay, back into weird TV show ones, I think. Let me just verify. I don't know what the heck this thing is. It's not this one, right? No. Is it this one? No. Who are you? I don't see this Kong in any of the TV stuff. It must not be a TV one. I'm looking through the... Oh, interesting. Chunky Kong is Dixie Kong's older brother. I have trouble keeping the whole family straight. Is it this one? Is it this one? Let me see. No. God, this is... Oh, that's not it. I can't find... I don't know who this is. Fedora Kong? Is that his name? Is that... Fedora Kong. Huh. Oh god, the wiki says... Fedora Kong is a Kong with a fedora who appeared in Nintendo Power issue 69. Nice. He doesn't appear in any games and he is known as a mystery, but real DK fans know the truth about him. He is Donkey Kong Jr., but as an adult. He is Donkey Kong 3's father and got separated from the Kong family while fighting in the Great Ape War. Where are you getting this, wiki? Is this... This is just, I think, just random lore that Nintendo Power made up. I think this is just random lore Nintendo Power made up. I don't know if that counts. Are you canon, Fedora Kong? I need to make another tier. I need to make another tier. This, I don't even know what to do with you so much that I need another tier. Is this canon? I don't know if... I don't know what to do with you. Okay, you get to go there. You get to go there. Enjoy your own tier. I don't think we're having any other questionable canon tier. But now we're back to... I think I know what this is. This is... Yeah, these are baboons. They are... There's 3 of them. They are bosses in Donkey Kong Country Return... Or not Return, Tropical Freeze. Actually, wait, let me glance at the... let me glance at the wiki, because... These are Kongs, right? Species... The wiki says species baboons. It doesn't say species Kongs. This is another unclear if they are Kongs. I don't know if they're Kongs. You guys can go there. You guys can go there. We're back into having to zoom out again thanks to that new tier. Okay. Okay, Funky Kong. So Funky Kong, we're back to familiarity. Funky Kong first appeared in Donkey Kong Country. He is, I believe, Donkey Kong's uncle. Let me verify. I might as well. No. He's speculated to be a brother of DK, but there is no confirmation of his relation. I don't know. I completely made up that he's an uncle, I guess. No known relation, but he is a Kong. Funky Kong he's one of the more characterized Kongs too. He appeared first in Donkey Kong Country at the warp point, kind of the way that you could travel between worlds. He had these little airplane barrels that you could ride in. And then in Donkey Kong Country 2, no, that was Donkey Kong Country 1. I think he didn't have an airplane. God, I'm getting everything confused. My brain is a confusion mess of monkeys and yeah, no. In the first one, he has I think he has a let me verify if it is a little airplane thing. He also has a surfboard. Super cool. Then in Donkey Kong Country 2, he does a similar thing. In the first game, it was called Funky's Flights. This one, he has Funky's Flights 2. This time he charges you money to be transported, possibly because the game takes place off of Donkey Kong Island. It's on at the Kremling's home island. He has a niftier looking plane barrel with more wings, and he rides on like a hovering surfboard. I don't know. In Donkey Kong Country 3, he switches to being a mechanic. He creates different vehicles for you to use throughout the game. And, yeah, and then by Donkey Kong 64, he runs Funky's Armory, where he sells you weapons and has military outfits. And also is the one who delivers the final blow to K. Rool at the end with a rocket launcher that fires a boot at him. He doesn't appear in the Returns games, but Tropical Freeze, he ends up being the shop owner since Cranky no longer is playable, or since Cranky's not playable, and he ends up becoming playable in the Switch remake of the game. Funky mode, where he surfs on he hovers on a surfboard, can do a double jump, can stand on spikes, and can breathe indefinitely in the water. He also appears in numerous spin-offs, including Mario Kart. And he's generally seen as the cool one. He's really liked. I think that I'm comfortable placing him at... Oh god. What was that? Okay, I got so worried I just lost my tier list. I don't know why I did that. He goes to the top of A tier. Also, before I forget, I actually missed some stuff with Cranky, because I've been talking about all their appearances. I mentioned he first appeared in Donkey Kong Country 1. Cranky also appeared in Donkey Kong Country 2. In Donkey Kong Country 1, he appeared to ramble on and on at his spots and talk a lot. And sometimes tell you something useful, but mostly talk a lot. In Donkey Kong Country 2, he ran, I think, a museum where he could... Did he do anything notable? I think he did the same sort of thing. Donkey Kong Country 3, does he even appear at all? No. In Donkey Kong 64, he gives you potions to get new moves. And in the Donkey Kong Country Returns, he runs the shop. And as I mentioned, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, you have playable. It's cool. Okay, I think this is another jungle beat. Maybe not, no. Wait, is this... Yeah, this is Jungle Beat. This is the final boss of Jungle Beat. This is Cactus King or Ghastly King. And... Is he a Kong? He says he's a Kong. I think he's a Kong. I think we're pretty sure he's a Kong. Along with the other ones. It's kind of cool design. I'll put him above the other ones, but I still don't like him. And this one's also from Jungle Beat, and I'll put him right below that. Okay. Okay, I think we're mostly in the... I don't know what one of these is. Okay, well, fine. Kiddy Kong. Kiddy Kong, I believe, has only appeared in Donkey Kong Country 3. Dixie Kong is Dixie Kong's younger cousin, right? Cousin. Yeah. He's cousin. He's technically Chunky Kong's younger brother. He's 3 years old in Donkey Kong Country 3, and Funky asks Dixie to take him along, babysit him, and that would be helpful in the adventure. So it's weird picking a 3-year-old. He kind of makes the dynamic really weird in Donkey Kong Country 3. Donkey Kong Country 1, as I mentioned, Diddy serves as a more agile but lighter alternative to DK that makes it harder to deal with some enemies, but easier to maneuver. Dixie in Donkey Kong Country 2 adds in hovering, which makes her pretty much better than Diddy, because there's not really anything Diddy can do better. Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie's the main character, so now you have the hovering on your main character. So they kind of went closer to DK with Kiddy and making Kiddy heavier, but really heavy, so that you can destroy some stuff by throwing him at it on cracked platforms and stuff. Additionally, because Donkey Kong Country 3 had the ability for you to toss teammates, if he tossed Dixie, he could toss her very far, which helped to reach stuff, and if Dixie tossed him, that's actually how he breaks stuff by landing on it. Which was kind of a cool dynamic, though it meant most of the time you prefer to use Dixie unless you needed to use one of those abilities. Other than that, he's really annoying, because when you lose a stage, if he's the only one left, he ends up just crying very irritatingly. I'm not a big fan of Kiddy. Put him in D tier. I love the game, but Kiddy's my least favorite part of Donkey Kong Country 3. Okay, Lanky Kong. He has no style, he has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy Kong just digs this tune. Lanky also appeared in DK64, and I think only in DK64. He, as his song verse implies, is pretty goofy and silly. He has the ability to walk on his hands to get steep slopes. He can stretch his arms out to reach further. He can inflate like a balloon to go up. He plays a trombone. By the way, I didn't mention Chunky plays a triangle. And he uses a grape shooter. He's a fun, silly character. I like Lanky. I kind of like the whole DK64 cast. And I would put Lanky in A tier. I like Chunky a little more. Okay, the last one, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. What the heck is this picture? ones aren't represented that might be able to tell me who this is. Is it this? Oh, it is. It is. Okay. I have to say it. This is Redneck Kong. From the canceled game Diddy Kong Pilot for Game Boy Advance. He's never been in a game. Like an official released game. Funnily enough, Rareware's old website said that Redneck Kong's been killed off now anyway. Yeah. Cool. I guess that the tier I thought that would only be Fedora Kong also has Redneck Kong. Cool. I don't know if he's canon. Probably not. Well, finally! He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some pal. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, stronger, and faster too. He's the first member of the DK crew. Donkey Kong is the OG. But not technically. Because technically he first appeared in Donkey Kong Country, not the Donkey Kong Day game. And he's been the main character though for pretty much all of these. Well, no, Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, he was kidnapped. I don't know if there's much to say about him. He's just a big ape. Like, obviously he's lovable, but like, trying to describe DK is like trying to describe Mario. He's the main character. He's strong, he's dumb. He's fine. Ironically, I think I'll put him at top of B tier, because I think there's more interesting Kongs. Okay, Swanky Kong. Swanky Kong has appeared twice, as far as I know, in remakes of those games. Donkey Kong Country 2, he debuted, doing a game show where you could win lives. He would ask different questions about the game, and you had multiple choice answers, and if you had to pay coins to do it, and if you won lives. It's really cool, really classy. Donkey Kong Country 3, he actually switched to running a carnival. You could pay some money to win some, like bananas and coins and stuff. No longer lives, I don't think. And you would throw balls at targets and stuff. And, yeah, he just ran those two minigames in the two games. Ironically, Swanky has always been one of my favorites. I like him more than Funky. I like his outfit. I think he's cool. I wish they'd bring him back. He is an S tier Kong for me. I'd put him below Diddy and above Cranky. I wish he'd come back. Tiny Kong. This Kong's got style, so listen up, dude. She can shrink in size to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can float through the air and climb up trees. When you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool Kong. Tiny is Dixie Kong's younger sister. She appeared in DK64, and then I believe in the Diddy Kong Racing DS, though older. She can hover through the air like Dixie with her pigtails. She can shrink to be tiny. I didn't mention that Chunky can grow big. Oops. And she's fun. They give her a bit of an attitude, but and make her kind of stylish. Not that much of an attitude, but a little cool looking. But ultimately, I think that she's the less like this is the one case of the DK64 where I like Dixie more than I like Tiny. And I think I would put Tiny right here, bottom of B. Okay, 2 more. I thought I was done having a look who people are. Is this? This is Uncle Kong. Uncle Kong only appeared in the Japanese strategy guide of Donkey Kong Country 2. And doesn't appear in game. Because he's never appeared in a game and has only appeared in a walkthrough. I don't know if he's canon. But I think he's more canon. I think that's most to least canon. Okay. Last, finally, is Wrinkly Kong. Wrinkly Kong first appeared in Donkey Kong Country 2 as Cranky Kong's wife, and she ran a school where you could pay coins to get some hints for secrets as well as to save. Then in Donkey Kong Country 3, she appeared again, I think retired, in a cave where you could save your game, this time for free. Before you could save the first time for free, but then if you want to save again in a world, you need to pay coins. Now she just saves for free and collects the banana birds that you save, and is playing her Nintendo 64, which you could tell based on the music she's playing Super Mario 64. The Nintendo 64 had just come out, and Donkey Kong Country 3 was a Super Nintendo game that released after that. So they're kind of trying to advertise that a bit. And then she appeared one last time in Donkey Kong 64, but now she was a ghost, and they revealed that between the events of Donkey Kong Country 3 and Donkey Kong 64, she passed away. But now she can offer you hints to get different stuff. So, yeah, Wrinkly Kong's kind of cool. Kind of dark that they killed her off between games and just made her a ghost, but that's kind of rare as dark comedy sometimes. I'd put her in B tier, below Tiny. And I think that's where I put all the Kongs. Yeah. I probably should have put in Are They Even Kong below F, but I'm not going to move it around now. That's the Kong tier list.